Building a modern home can often feel daunting, with a lot of uncertainty and confusion at every turn. And at FACIT Homes, we've seen this outcome of this confusion firsthand, as many of our clients have come to us with these beautiful designed homes that they simply can't afford to build. But why does this happen so frequently? I'm Olly, and today we're going to address some of the misconceptions about starting your home building journey and explain how FACIT Homes can provide a streamlined and efficient solution. So let's begin by dispelling some widespread myths. Myth number one, I need to hire an architect to design my home. So many believe that hiring an architect is a must for designing their home, and whilst it is a good option, it's not the only option. So design teams can perform this function just as effectively. These are essentially groups of different professionals under one roof, often also including architects within their teams. Particularly when these teams are part of this multidisciplinary architecture, design and construction studio, you often see they have more practical knowledge of what is feasible in your projects. They have both the design understanding and construction understanding. Myth number two, the architect needs to be local so that they are familiar with the local planning constraints and area. So location used to matter much more for design and build projects. A local team would mean greater experience with the local council and hopefully means a smoother project through the planning process. However, the national planning framework allows for any architectural team to learn the constraints in your local area, so hiring a local architect isn't necessarily as much as an advantage anymore. Myth number three, my architect will manage my project for me. So another misconception is that your architect will manage the entire project. In reality, whilst they'll design your home, you will need to oversee the various professionals. This is including your planning consultants, engineers, builders, quantity surveyors, and you'll be making all the necessary decisions without a guaranteed budget certainty. So some architects will offer this service to manage your entire project for you, but this will come at a fairly significant additional cost. Myth number four, my architect will tell me how much my projects will cost. So this is one of the most misunderstood myths. So the truth is, most architects don't really know how much designs cost. At best, they have an idea of ballpark figures and rough design decisions they will make depending on your budget. But the reality is, detailed cost estimations can only be made after the building design is really complete and thoroughly priced. This is where it gets a little bit complicated, because you don't really know the cost until you've designed in detail your product. And then if it's over budget, you need to go back and redesign parts of this. This can burn up a lot of time and resources, and this is why you see people moving towards getting your builder to design their homes, as they are able to cost it more accurately. The downside of this is you don't usually get a very nice house at the end. Myth number five, I'll get planning first and then worry about cost. So some assume the best to go ahead, secure planning permission before really getting into the costs of the projects. And this approach can lead to significant expenses and delays if your design needs to be revised to fit the budget. What you design and submit to planning is essentially what you locked into that design. If that significantly changes, particularly from an exterior perspective, you probably need to resubmit planning. There are cosmetic things that you can do to reduce the overall cost, but the more accurate you can be at the planning stage, the better. Myth number six, I need to find and hire a local builder. The belief that you can only hire a local builder is another myth. Whilst most people do use local builders, there are other options out there. Prefabricated construction companies like Huff House, Balfritz, and us at FACIT are proven and well-documented alternatives that utilize what's called modern methods of construction. This is where we're using modern technology to build rather than traditional. And this can have a lot of benefits where you get a higher quality home for less. Myth number seven, it won't take too long to build. The build phase of the product is often less time than actually the initial phases. So creating the design, applying for planning permission, building out construction information, and going to tender, and finally mobilization can take years in a project, especially if there are unsuccessful design work and recosting to add to the timeline. However, even though this is the case, the build often takes far longer than predicted in a traditional process, and mostly because no single party has full responsibility for the project, And there are a lot of variables such as increased costs in labor, material cost, and of course, weather, particularly here in the UK. Myth number 8, building a sustainable home costs more. So building a sustainable home, meaning building a home close to passive house standards, using timber frame construction, adding things like solar panels. These raw materials and elements do cost more, and when integrated into the build using traditional construction, they can cause costs to spiral. However, when it's integrated into the building from the beginning and built using MMC, modern methods of construction, you can build more sustainably for the same cost, mainly because of the time that you save building on site. So essentially you can get a high quality home for the same price. So what's the solution? Well, FACIT Homes exist to take the hassle and risk out of building a home. So we want to build beautiful homes better, both in terms of the process and the finished products. And here's how we do it. First of all, we have a single contract. So we provide an end-to-end service managing every aspect of the products. So we are the architects, we're the manufacturer, and we're the builder, all under one roof. This also includes coordinating other consultants such as engineers, quantity surveyors, and specialist builders, alleviating you from the burden of organization. You get the best of both worlds in that we're architects, but we're also builders. You only have one point of contact for the entire build project, and we take full responsibility for every part of this process. Number 2, we have a single source of truth. So we design homes that fit your budget from the outset. This is also built into our approach, building with a modular system where we're able to quantify exactly how much material we are using. We detail using 3D BIM models so that we can accurately cost your project. Our dynamic estimating system tracks every material and construction cost in real time, ensuring that our estimates remain precise. A high quality, sustainable home. So we build it in a different way. We use modern methods of construction to build your home from our modular timber components that we call our FACIT chassis. And we build that using our high precision on-site manufacturing with our pioneering mobile micro factory. This approach means we can build a highly precise building using sustainable materials such as timber, meaning the end product that we build is close to passive house standard, highly insulated, triple gaze windows, and a low energy use. And this is difficult to achieve with traditional construction. Adding sustainable elements like this can really add to your costs when combined with traditional construction. At FACIT, we design these elements into the building from the very early stage, and because of the speed and accuracy of the construction, we can save costs on things like labor and time and invest that money into the quality of design, materials, and construction. In short, you get a much higher quality building for the same price. Service and guarantees. Having a single point of contract means that we take 100% responsibility for everything, so nothing can slip through the cracks. Every part of the process is expertly managed by our construction management professionals so that nothing is missed, no blame is shifted, and there is never a lack of direction on site. Support. So we offer a comprehensive support, guiding you through every decision to ensure the best outcomes of your project. So our team comprises of experienced professionals from various different backgrounds. We've got architects, engineers, product designers, so that all aspects of the project are expertly handled. Our guidance is rooted in our extensive experience, ensuring that every decision aligns with your vision and future needs. Our centralized project management process streamlines this decision-making to reduce the mental load on you and provide greater certainty and efficiency. So the combination of the above, one single point of contract, multidisciplinary team, our build system, our on-site manufacturing approach means that we typically deliver you a home at a much faster than traditional construction, and for the same price, or in some cases less, you also get a high-performing, sustainable home, meaning for years, your energy bills will be much lower than built with traditional construction. We combine our expertise, efficiency, and support to turn your dream home into reality, free from the typical stresses and uncertainties of home building. Thank you for watching. For more information, visit our website or contact us directly at FACIT Homes.